Hello, I'm Larry. If you're new here, welcome. If you came back, thanks for stopping by today. Anyhow, today I will be talking about some fragrances that will help you transition from wintertime to springtime. Wintertime and fall fragrances are my favorite. I love heavier, like kind of some of the sweeter tobacco and leather fragrances. So this time of year is not my favorite for fragrances, but there are a few good ones that I have, and I just want to share some of those with you today. I actually just bought a winter and fall time fragrance, Ferragamo Spicy Leather, and it's gonna come sometime this week. I actually treated several of my family members to some fragrances through Joma's shop, so we all are anticipating getting our fragrances coming this week, even though some of the family's out of town right now, so they won't get it till they come back. But the fragrances I have for you today, I'll just review them with you really quickly, and hopefully you enjoy this video. If you do, please like, comment, subscribe. The first fragrance that I have for you today is Coach for Men. This one is really, really nice. Never actually got a compliment on it except for the folks around my house, but I love this stuff. I'll read you what I found on the website for it, and the descriptions that they put on the websites for these fragrances are kind of funny to me when you sit there and read them, but complex and masculine. It opens with energetic notes of citrus and pear. Granico actually lists those the citrus notes as bergamot, kumquat, and grapefruit. Continuing on from what their website says on Coach, which gives way to a warm burst of cardamom and coriander before drying down to an earthy base of vetiver with hints of suede and ambergris. And for me, what I get from this fragrance, and I sprayed a little bit on my arm before the video started because I just love it that much. It's a little woody, I think, from the vetiver, and then you definitely get the citrus in there, and it's a little bit musky as well. So I think it's a good fragrance. I don't wear it too much in the fall and winter time, but I think I should really. I think this could be a year-round fragrance for folks. Definitely spring, summertime. May not hold up super well in the wintertime, but if you work inside like I do, this would be a go-to, I think. So again, year-round, I think for me, probably. Maybe not so much wintertime, but this longevity on this one is about 5 to 6 hours. Projects, fairly well, like about an arm's length what it projects. But it's a really nice fragrance. I would recommend that you get it if you, or get a sample of it. So again, Coach for Men. Second fragrance is one that if you are someone who's been following the fragrance community for a while and looking at tons and tons of videos like I have, you've already heard of this. If you're new to the fragrance game, this is one you should pick up. This is a compliment magnet. I've gotten several compliments by wearing this one. But it is Club de Nuit Intense Man. I just have the Eau de Toilette. I know they have several different flankers of this one, but this one has done me really, really well. The only thing that hasn't done me well is the atomizer. For whatever reason, the atomizer got gummed up. I had to take off the top. I had to get a big old pin and stick down in there to unclog it. So now I have to kind of prime it every time I want to do this. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I have to pump it about 4 or 5 times, or prime it about 4 or 5 times before any juice comes out. Or fragrance, as my wife likes to say, instead of juice. Anyway, this one is really good. It's supposed to be a clone, as many of you know, of Creed Aventus, which is a very expensive fragrance. This one, I think, ran me back when I got it, I think in 2022, early 2022, about $38. I can't even remember where I got it from. Probably fragrancebuy.ca. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, top notes for this one are lemon, black currant, apple, bergamot, and pineapple. Middle notes are rose, jasmine, and birch. Base notes, vanilla, ambergris, musk, and patchouli. And again, this one I would say is a year-round fragrance. It is definitely got some weight and body to it. Very fresh, but also woody and musky at the same time. Really, really love it. I've gotten quite a few compliments, as I said, on this particular one. It is not quite beast mode, but it is a very strong fragrance. So if you're going to wear it to work, I would not suggest going more than maybe 3 sprays. Just want to be considerate of the people around you. But again, really, really good. I would say this is a year-rounder for me. The next fragrance that I have, a cheapie, Found this over at, I think it was Burlington Coat Factory. I was out shopping with one of my sons a few years back, and I've used quite a bit of this fragrance. I wish I could show it to you. I think the level is about right here right now. The only way that you can really see the level of the fragrance in the bottle is by getting a light and shine it behind it. So did that the other day. I actually wore this yesterday. Really nice. I've gotten a compliment on this one before from a friend of mine, and she said something to the effect of, you probably don't want to wear this around too many women. Your wife might not like it. But anyhow, it's a really good fragrance. It's a bit woody from vetiver. The notes on this one are really, really simple. I went online to take a look on Fragrantica. Grapefruit, Calabrian bergamot. Middle note is rosemary. Base note, Haitian vetiver. So very simple note breakdown for this one, but a really good fragrance. Some people say or claim that it is not a clone of, but might smell a little similar to Raja Parfum Elysium. Never smelled that fragrance. I would doubt that it smelled like that, but that's what a few folks have said about this fragrance. On its own though, it is a very nice fragrance. It's one of those easy reaches. So if you don't know what to wear one day, you just want to smell nice and fresh, a little bit woody, I would pick that one up. Longevity on that one though, it's not really good. It's about 4 to 5 hours max. So this is a small bottle. I got like the 2.5 ounce. So I just like take it to work with me, and I'll just refresh, with it throughout the day. I might spray myself maybe midday, and then just kind of leave it at that. Projection, maybe an arm's length on that. And the last one I want to talk about, I don't have a full bottle of it, but this is a decant that I got from Decant X, Rasasi's La Yucawam. This is a leather-based fragrance. Smells really good. One of my favorite fragrances at the moment. I got this probably about a month and a half ago or so. And I'll read you what was on Rasasi's website for this one, because this one was funny to me as well. So La Yucawam Pour Homme opens with an earthy, spicy, bittersweet, leathery note, whatever bittersweet, leathery means. Indian saffron inflects a soft and an intimate, refined note to the leathery opening, setting the tempo for a sensuous experience. The perfume swells with sensuality as it meanders through the complex animalist base notes of Italian leather and Indian oud, sweetened to a warm, earthy, and heady tenor by amber. A tenor by amber. So anyhow, what I smell with this one basically is raspberry, leather, and maybe the saffron. Saffron's kind of like a sweet, earthy note. And what it reminds me of a lot, though, are some of the Tom Ford leather fragrances. So I have decants of Ombre Leather and Ombre Leather Parfum, and the leather note in this one smells really, really similar to those. This is actually supposed to be a clone of Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. I do not have a decant of that one, but do need to get one. So I can get them and compare them at one point. And maybe one day I'll buy a full bottle of this, but this is a strong fragrance. It's not super beast mode, but it is strong enough. It's like borderline beast mode. I would not wear, even from my decant, if I wear this to work, I might wear maybe a spray and a half. I really try not to spray this heavy because it is strong. It will last you all day long. It's probably at least 10 hours. I would say I probably get about 12 hours out of this fragrance, and again, it is pretty strong. My wife didn't dislike this one at first. It was just okay to her, but I think she smelled it up close and it kind of almost killed her. But anyhow, later on, she smelled this one day. I was wearing it, and I came downstairs, and she said, "What are you wearing?" And I told her what it was, and she actually liked it then. So I think it's kind of grown on her. But anyhow, this one I think is probably, you can get away with this in the spring before it gets too hot probably. I don't know if I'd wear it in the summertime unless you're inside most of the time. Now you can also, since it's so strong, it's not really super heavy, but it's a strong fragrance. Fall and winter time, perfect for this one. So if you like leather fragrances, check out Rasasi's La Yucawam. So 4 fragrances for you that can kind of transition you from wintertime into spring. And what I actually wore though today was something totally different. So this is Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue. My oldest son got this for me a while back. You can see I put a bit of a dent in this, even though I don't really wear it too often. But this one isn't quite as heavy as the other ones. but really smells nice. Very nice and citrusy, maybe a little bit of woodiness in there. But I like it. It's very fresh, so I would say that one would be more so for spring and summertime. I don't think it really could hold up too much. Maybe early fall, but I don't think wintertime would be appropriate time to wear that one. Wear what you want, anytime you want. But this has been my time. Hopefully you enjoy the video and hope you come back. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a bunch.